Welcome back to the Freedom Equation. This is where I'm going to give you my numbers on how I'm achieving my financial freedom. And I'm going to show you from day one exactly how I saved up $20,000 painstakingly to get into my first property. Let's talk about it. So, here's how it all went down. I was just like everybody else, right? I was 25. I had been spending my money working a 9 to 5 job that I hated. I was in a sales role and basically just didn't save any money, didn't invest anything, didn't have any stocks, no real estate, nothing, right? And I've been reading books, Rich Dad Poor Dad, Intelligent Investor, YouTube videos, podcasts, and I decided I need to do something. I had learned enough, and I decided time to take action. It was about I think like April of 2018, 19, somewhere in that range. I decided, okay, I am going to get serious about this, and I'm going to do everything in my power to save up $20,000. I thought $20,000 was the number, and it was actually, it was about the number. I mean, I had done some math, I had done some calculations. Basically, I needed to get $20,000 to get into a house as a first-time home buyer with 3.5% down. And that actually, the house that I bought was $400,000 on market with realtors, all that stuff. Not an amazing purchase by any means. There's nothing magical about it. In fact, I'm sure I could have done better if I knew more, but hey, we all got to start somewhere. So anyways, 3.5% down of 400,000 is around 13,500. I think that includes like closing costs and stuff like that. Anyways, I had about $6,000 or $7,000 left to do renovations, to make future payments. But anyways, that's how it all ended. Let me tell you how it started. It started with me continuing to do sales. So here's the deal. I don't have a college education. I don't have any specialized trade knowledge. I'm not an electrician, plumber. I don't have any, I hate to say it, I don't have any real skills other than selling stuff, talking to people on the phone, knocking on doors, basically getting rejected a lot. That's kind of my only real skill, is people can tell me no a lot, and then I just keep asking and I keep asking until I get a yes. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I really don't like it. I don't like being in sales. I don't like it by any stretch of the imagination, but it pays the bills. So I continued in sales. I got a different sales job. I ended up moving from my hometown because I needed to get where more money was. So I ended up moving about 2 hours away from my family, all my friends, to start kind of a new career, making more money. And by the end of that year, I had saved the $20,000. But it wasn't just from my sales income, because I understand sales is scary. Like, I mean, I don't like it. There's doors I don't want to go knock on. I get tired after the 100th and 300th phone call. Like it's not for everybody. So I understand if you're, bagging groceries, if you're, whatever it is that your job is. I assume you're watching these type of videos because you don't like your job either. But I stuck out with it, and I said, I need to do something. I need to continue making as much money as possible. And to do that, I need to stay where my knowledge is, and my knowledge is in sales. That's where I thought I could make the most money. So I got a different job. I really grinded on that job. I came in like an hour early, sometimes stayed an hour late. Yeah, it was not fun, hated it, but I wanted to make sure that I was giving it my all. And then what I decided was, okay, I'm making as much money as I possibly can at my work. I'm going in enthusiastic as hell, sharp as a tack, right? Just, attacking the day. What else can I do? So then I decided, well, Saturdays and Sundays, the weekends, right? I was working in an office at that time. I wasn't making any money Saturday, Sunday. So I started going to Facebook groups. I started going to Craigslist, basically any type of website where there's work. And I couldn't do another job. I didn't, like, with my job, it's super inflexible. I had to be in an office. This was before COVID, before you could work from home and all that stuff. So I couldn't do like another part-time job or work. I mean, I guess I could have picked up a part-time job at night. I could have done that, but I feel like I would have sacrificed, like it would have been 10 times harder for me to do my regular job if I was working at nighttime too. So I decided to work on the weekends. So what I decided to do was landscaping and manual labor. Anybody can do that. Anybody can go knock on people's doors and say, hey, do you want me to mow your lawn? Do you want me to pull weeds? Do you want me to rent a pressure washer or borrow one and, pressure wash your driveway? Right. Obviously watch some videos, don't mess up people's stuff. But I figured, okay, I can pull blackberries. I can go get some gloves and pull blackberries. I can mow lawns, whatever. Right. So where I started, I didn't have any equipment, right? I'm not a landscaping person at all. I'm a salesperson behind the desk. But I was like, I can't do that on Saturday, Sunday too. So I decided I'm going to do plus mentally, I was just so exhausted from talking to people. I didn't want to do anything like that. I just wanted to do something manual labor, just as something different, because I couldn't do the same thing 7 days a week. So for the other 2 days, every Saturday, Sunday I could. So this wasn't every Saturday and Sunday, but every Saturday, Sunday I found manual labor jobs, working with other people, helping them with landscaping, digging ditches, planting trees and bushes, whatever, right? Pulling blackberries. And I did this for an entire year. So I really maxed out what I thought was possible for me to make as much money as I possibly could. Then, and this is the part that really is difficult, I think, for people. This is the part that was really tough for me, because I was already working a bunch of hours. I was already working, like, I mean, I don't know. I would assume 60, 70 hours a week, right? And there's people who work way more than me. I wasn't working 100 hours and sleeping on the floor of my company's, whatever, right? So I feel like what I was doing is reasonable. It wasn't fun. It was very difficult. I would not want to do it again, but I had nothing. So I had to do something. So I was working like 60, 70. There might have been a couple weeks where I worked 80 hours. I don't know, right? It just depends on how much work I could find and how much money I was getting paid. But the real difficult part, and the part that I think that really gets people, is not only was I working that much, but I needed to save as much money as I possibly could too. So what saving my money looked like was this. For me and my ex-girlfriend, two people, I budgeted our monthly food spend. So the money that I was going to spend on food, because she wasn't working at the time, so it was all based on me. I think it was $65 or $75 a month. And yes, I know that sounds unbelievably ridiculous. I can give you her number. It was one of the reasons why she probably left me. Because it was so ridiculous. And I mean, honestly, if you think about it, top ramen, beans and rice with spices. That was pretty much it. And I didn't do that for the full year. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I didn't do it for the full year, but I did it for a very long period of time. I mean, at least 6-8 months, something like that. When I got all of the work, when I really focused on making as much money as I could, I said, how can I save? How much can I keep? So food, I brought that down to the bare minimum. I was not eating healthy. I was not energized. I was not eating optimal for my health in any way, shape, or form. Do not recommend it. I would not turn on the electricity for heat. So I was renting a place. and it was close to work. It was more than I should have been paying, but I was already there, and I just, I figured I was going to be here until I bought a house. I didn't want to move again. So I was paying more in rent than I should have. But we were responsible for the electricity. And when I say we, I mean me, because I was the one making money. So I said, no heat. During the winter months, we had a fireplace there at the place. So I said, from my landscaping jobs, I would put in my car's trunk as many pieces of wood as I could find, because right, they didn't care. They're like, oh yeah, get it out of here. So I would put stuff in my car, rounds of wood and sticks and stuff. And one of my friends let me borrow his axe, and I was splitting wood, and we were burning that for heat during the wintertime because I didn't want to use the electricity. So free wood, free heat, super ridiculous. I can't believe I did it. But yeah, food was super low. Here's the other very important thing, you guys. Very important. I did not drive my car anywhere. Let me hear it. I did not drive my car anywhere unless it was to make money. I did not drive it to the grocery store, did not drive it to the club, did not go to hang out with buddies. I did not use gas. I did not wear and tear on my vehicle. I did not do anything unless it was to go make money. So it was going to my job or going to landscaping work. That was very important. I mean, I cut out everything. No nonsense. I know there was one time where I went out to go eat, and it was for New Year's Day, 2019, or New Year's Eve, right? We were going to celebrate the ball drop. Here's what I did. Me and my girlfriend at the time, we walked to a Pizza Hut or a pizza place, right? With a coupon on New Year's Eve. I did not pay for delivery. I did not tip. I used a coupon, and we had one medium, one topping pizza for, I think it was $6 to celebrate New Year's Eve of 2019. And at that point, I think I had $10,000-$15,000. I was almost there because I ended up buying my house in June of 2019, I think. June or July, something like that. So all of this to say, you guys, I wanted to break down the exact step-by-step, everything I did. Primary job, coming in early, leaving late, getting a second job, working 7 days a week, coming home absolutely covered in dirt at the end of on a weekend, showering, not doing anything. I didn't hang out with anybody. I didn't go anywhere if I couldn't walk there. I didn't do anything. I had people come and hang out with me at my place, but that was about it. I did not have Netflix. I did not even have a TV. The only source of entertainment we had was our phones. And even that, I had the cheapest plan I possibly could, but it was unlimited because I needed it for work. I used my cell phone for work, so I had to have unlimited. I need to have a decent phone, but I did not have an iPhone, did not have, it was like, hey, sign a 1-year contract and we'll give you a free phone type of deal, right? So I did that, and it was cheap. It was very cheap, like $50 a month or something like that. Anyways, and then, of course, drop my expenses all the way I possibly could. I looked at everything meticulously because I wasn't doing anything else. I didn't hang out with anybody. I didn't have any friends. It was me and my girlfriend at the time, and I would just work. So when I wasn't working, I was looking at all of the numbers. I was looking at our food. I was looking at like the electricity bill. I said, is there anything we can unplug? I was looking at gas. I was trying to find the cheapest gas. Everything I could to bring down my expenses, even by $10, because I knew that would help me achieve my goals. I know that's not what you guys want to hear. I know that you guys just want to get rich on YouTube. I know you guys just want to, invest in the next, Bitcoin or whatever. I'm not one of those guys. I had to work really hard, and I saved, and it was terrible. And it sucks. I think I went way too hard on that. I didn't need to do that. But I think I also needed to do it to prove to myself that I could and to help get me to my goals. That extra $7,000 that I didn't need to buy my house allowed me to pay for renovations and make it rent ready to get people who were willing to rent rooms from me. I had to pay for paint. There was things that had to be done. So I'm glad I had that money. Other than that, you guys, if you have any questions or comments, please throw it down. I'll try to answer any questions you guys have. I know that, this is a long video. Thank you guys so much for being here and listening. Peace.